started during the late President Acheampon's time in 1976. So over 44 years, getting to 45 years, and I'm very sure a greater percentage of people in this room were not born then. Several governments have made efforts under the 1992 Constitution, that is after the 1992 Constitution, from former President Rawlings in 1999, making attempts to continue with the project. His predecessor, former President John Agyekum Kufuor, also continued to some point. The late Professor J.E.A. Mills also continued up to a certain point. Now, as soon as the current president was sworn in, his first visit to the region, we came to Komfo-Anokye. And he made a prayer that he will undertake all the necessary studies and make sure that the project is awarded on contract before the end of his first term. Thus materialized in May 2020, and the contract was awarded to contractor engineering. And they moved to site in June 2020, where they started with the structural integrity test of the building. Initially, as we are all aware, the view was that they were going to do the integrity test, and it should be satisfactory enough for them to have some reinforcement such that we could continue with the structure as we had, with few amendments to strengthen the structure. As they move ahead, unfortunately, we had the news that the building is current 4. If we should continue, nobody can be assured of its sustainability going into the future. So I was there one day when I was called here that we are going to do stakeholder consultations and sensitization. Then I told my brothers, the consultants and the staff from Ministry of Health, that until I get the full complement of documents covering the processes they started from June 2020 up to date. Actually, I even said it should come with a covering letter. So because I will not be regional minister forever. Tomorrow, if I'm not there, whoever succeeds me should have something to hold on to, a document to hold on to, and also to justify why maybe I sided with them to demolish the building. So the recommendation is from the consultants. I'm not an engineer, but at least the physical things I've seen, if it's my building, I doubt I'll continue with it. So if I can use my bare hands to disintegrate concrete, I don't think if it's my private property, I will do that. My initial concerns were the cost that the nation has incurred over the years from 1976. But we ask ourselves, do we undertake projects for the benefit of people, or we undertake projects to kill people? Whatever we are doing to the benefit of the people. So those who have the technical know-how, those who have the engineering knowledge, if they tell us that if we continue with this with the heavy load of equipment that will be used in the building, they cannot assure the sustainability of the building. At least we have to listen to them. When I come to the hospital, If they say sleep, I have to sleep because I don't know what they are doing to me. Whatever they tell me, I have to do, whether it's right or wrong. But because I have trust in them, even whatever they give me to swallow, drink, or I take, because they are the professionals. So as professionals, I have no other alternative but to listen to them for the welfare of the people of Kumasi, Ashanti region, and Ghana at large. Now, with the decision, it means that there is going to be some changes. One, in the drawings. Fortunately for us, they have told us that they can use the same amount to execute this new one within the same period of 36 months. However, there's a cost to it. The cost is, originally this project was a 800 bed capacity project, which was slashed down to 750 capacity project. Now, with the current state where we are, it means we are going to have 500 capacity bed with that amount. One of the radio stations about a week or two ago, when I was interviewed on air, asked, it means that we are using the same money, achieving less bed capacity. There's a shortage of about 250 beds. I told him it's yes and no. The yes is that, yes, we are no longer going to get 750 capacity with the same amount. We are going to get 500. But what we should not forget is that that same amount was going to continue the project from where it was. And there was an expenditure that had been sunk already up to that status. So I take it from my background, I see that the structure there, that is taking part of the 250. I believe you understand me, because this one they have built, roofed, plastered. Now all that we are losing. So you don't expect to get the same capacity when now you are demolishing, you are not continuing from that level, but you are starting from the ground. But to me, I have no cause to doubt the technical competence of these people. So if what they are telling us is the truth, in this world, have I known, has never ever has or had a remedy. So for the building to collapse tomorrow, and somebody to come and call me if I'm not dead, and maybe very old, after some 20, 30 years, for somebody to come and call me and say, man, sir, you were the regional minister. When you people knew this thing wasn't good, the contractors and the consultants advised you, but because you wanted more beds, you said they should go ahead. They will even tell me it was for political expediency. In order to avoid this, I have to listen to the technical people, what they've told me. And because of the request I made, that is why even this engagement has delayed. Rather than that, it would have taken place maybe some 3 weeks ago. But I said, no, give me the full documentation, let me read, so that tomorrow, if there's any problem, I'll have something to refer to. It's a very difficult situation, but it's better to have one today rather than having 10 today and having 0 in the next few years, where we will come back to the stage where we are. Then we have said, if we had demolished this, we wouldn't have been in such a situation. And maybe, if you are not lucky, by the time the building collapses, you may have workers in there, you will have patients, some of our children, newborn babies, and that will be a very serious situation, which I don't think anybody in this country would like to witness in the very near future. What is gratifying, and tomorrow I know some of you join me on my trip, because of the reduction in the number of beds, it means we have to speed up with the ongoing health projects that we have in the country. Even though promises have been made, but I want confirmation. So tomorrow, I'm visiting Konongo, I'm visiting Kumawu, I'm visiting Afari. The following day, I'll go to Sewia, I'll go to Fomina, and then have a whistle stop at Bekwai just to see how operations are going on with the newly commissioned Bekwai Hospital. Already, as you are all aware, last year, the President commissioned Tepa Municipal Hospital. So once we are going to have a shortage of about 250 beds here, it means we have to make all efforts to ensure that these ongoing projects are completed. And don't forget, one of the major challenges at Okomfo Teaching Hospital here is availability of land. So we've discussed with the consultants and then the contractor the possibility of looking at vertical development so that they should do the reinforcement in this building, say that if we should have phase 2, it should be able to add the 250 bed in addition for us to get our 750. But that they said will call for additional funding of about 40 now or something. Let me say about 50 million. But we've prayed with them that yes, we agree. But because we have problem of land availability at Komfo, strengthen the base so that if there's the need to add more, maybe about 3 floors to get about the 750, then that would be possible. So that is what we've discussed with them. But they said they needed you to also go and see things for yourselves. They started with the possibility of we completing the over 40-year-old children, a maternal and children block. That was started during the time of the late Acheampon. But at a point, even though the contract had been signed, it became necessary that we needed to do structural integrity of the old building. And after the structural integrity test, it failed. And when it failed, there was the need to demolish the old structure and rather put up a new structure. There was a lot of problems, you know. People were of the opinion that why don't we do some changes in the old structure and then continue with it so that we complete faster. But you realize that it's human life that we are talking about. If we had continued with it, anything at all could have happened. At a point, we came here with the media. I'm not too sure whether all of you were with us. We came and we showed you the nature of the structure, and we could use your hands to disintegrate even the concrete work. So we realized that it wasn't good. The type of iron rocks that were used were smaller than what we expected to have been used. So at the end, the final decision was taken to construct a new one. I'm marveled at the rate at which they are moving. In fact, contractor, not that we are here on their ground that I'm praising them. Almost all the projects that they are undertaking within the region, in fact, they are delivering, and I'm sure they will deliver all of them on time. This project, apart from the OPD, which is just a single structure, the main hospital block, including the basement, is 7-story. So we are going to have 7 floors, including the basement. Where we are standing now is the 2nd floor. And after these columns, they are going to lay the floor for the 3rd one. And hopefully, as they are saying, they will complete by April 2024. I have no doubt that they are going to complete this project. This project is dear to the leadership of the region. That's to the mayor, to the regional minister, and then the management of Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. We want to see the completion of this project for the betterment of our people and assessing quality healthcare services within the region. We pray that nothing untoward will happen. They will go on schedule and complete this project in due time. Contractor, I thank you very much on behalf of the President of the Republic of Ghana. I thank you on behalf of Utumfo Osei-Tutu, the second, the Asante, and all the good people of the Ashanti region for the excellent work you are doing.